Ah, my darlings, gather round for a tale of swans, society and scandal that only Truman Capote could spin. Picture it, New York City, the glittering epicenter of high society, where the air is thick with whispers of intrigue and the champagne flows like a river. It was in this glamorous world that I, Truman Capote, held court, hosting legendary soirees that would become the stuff of legend. Now let me take you back to a time when the air was filled with the scent of gardenias, and the sound of laughter echoed through the halls of the Plaza Hotel. It was there that I first conceived the idea for what would become my masterpiece, the Swan. Inspired by the larger-than-life characters and scandalous affairs of my dear friends, the so-called swans of New York society, I set out to capture the essence of their world in prose. But before we delve into the pages of The Swan, let me regale you with tales of the parties that inspired it all. Picture it. The ballroom aglow with candlelight, the sound of jazz filling the air as guests adorned in the finest couture mingled and danced with reckless abandon. It was a world of excess and indulgence, where every whim was catered to and every desire fulfilled. And oh, the characters that graced my soirees. They were a cast of eccentrics and aristocrats, socialites and artists, each more captivating than the last. There was Babe Paley, with her icy beauty and razor-sharp wit, and Gloria Vanderbilt, the epitome of grace and elegance. Then there was Slim Keith, with her wild spirit and devil-may-care attitude, and of course my dear friend and muse, the irrepressible Morella Agnelli. But it wasn't just the guests that made my parties legendary. It was the scandals that unfolded behind closed doors, the whispered confessions and clandestine affairs that kept tongues wagging for weeks on end. From secret trysts in the garden to heated arguments in the powder room, there was never a dull moment at a Truman Capote soiree. It was amidst this whirlwind of glamour and gossip that the idea for the Swan began to take shape in my mind. Drawing inspiration from the larger-than-life characters and scandalous affairs that populated my world, I set out to craft a novel that would capture the essence of New York society in all its glory and all its folly. And so, The Swan was born. A sweeping tale of love and betrayal, ambition and deceit set against the backdrop of Manhattan's most exclusive circles. With its vivid characters and lush prose, the novel was hailed as a masterpiece upon its release, cementing my reputation as one of the greatest literary talents of my generation. But while The Swan may have been a work of fiction, its roots were firmly planted in the reality of New York society. A world of privilege and excess, where appearances were everything and scandals lurked around every corner. And though the parties may have ended, and the guests long since departed, the legend of Truman Capote and his swans lives on, a testament to a time when anything was possible, and the only limit was the imagination. So here's to the swans of New York society. May they continue to inspire and intrigue for generations to come. Their feathers forever ruffled by the scandalous tales of Truman Capote and his iconic parties. With love and gardenias, Truman,